Sorry, I'm trying to post the link in a Discord. Hello, all newcomers, and welcome back, fellow Aeternians. It has been a minute since I've been on YouTube. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. It has been a minute in general. Hey, what's going on? Disapproval Squidward. Long time no see. Let me know what your previous screen name was, because I don't recognize off the top of my head Disapproval Squidward. Maybe I'm forgetting you. If so, I'm sorry, but I'm here, man. Republic of Hano. Yes, I was wondering when you show up. I have been trying to show up for a while. So this summer I have been incredibly busy. I have been doing scientific research stuff. I finally got my research starting to kick off, so I'm excited about that. I have been doing a lot with school. I've been trying to get through some classes that I really needed to get covered. We have 3 people on the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching and checking it out. Well, originally I was Pinlerin, later now the Duchy of Luxembourg. Oh, hey, what's going on, man? It is good to hear from you. But yeah, so guys, that's been what I've been up to for. It has been crazy, but now I'm finally back. I'm able to sit down and really get into some of the micronational stuff again. And what I'm hoping to do with this next phase of everything is to really keep things going. I want to start giving updates as far as I'm starting kind of a little treasury for us. I've had some stuff in a savings account for a while, but for the Empire, I haven't officially started something that I would keep updates on or make really permanent, but I want to start that. So I'm hoping to do more frequent vlogs. They won't be anything great or anything spectacular, but some small edited video of just like a daily thing of, hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's how much, and I want to make staples for it. Things like, here's how much money we have today in our account, in our treasury. Here's how much, here's what we were up to today. Here are the things that we accomplished specifically for the Empire, and then what I accomplished personally. Interesting things that I ran into, I may film real quick or take pictures of and show you guys. At some point, I want to do a recap of my summer and kind of show you guys highlights and give tours of the things that I've done and give explanations and rundowns. But I have a lot of new exciting stuff planned. What's going on, Low Boys? What's going on, Empire of Valeria? Glad to see you back in action. Thank you so much. I've been trying to get back in action for a minute, and I'm so glad to see you guys. It's truly been too long. Republic of Hano, Minecraft good, Fortnite bad. You're right about that. But what we are trying to do right now, what I'm trying to do, is to get more constant by being able to make videos that aren't necessarily into anything too deep, but to design a platform where I can just continually do little daily vlog updates and stuff like that. And then whenever I get the opportunity and I get the time, moving into something bigger and better that has more depth in it, that can go into like a tutorial video, like the micronational economics videos, or something that'll be like the culture videos and just little things like that. But before that, I want to try and get myself more cemented into my grind. I'm about to start a new semester, and I want to get cemented into trying to figure out all this stuff with keeping constant on YouTube, because that's been something that I know you guys have missed, and I've missed it too. And I feel like we don't grow until we keep doing things consistently. So I'm going to try and stick to my word and hopefully be able to give you guys tips along the way for how to do stuff like that, because it's hard. Life gets in the way, but we're going to try. So that being said, one of the things that I really want is to get you guys participating more, because I know that we have the Discord, we talk a lot. We get into things that are kind of fun and exciting there. I've been, throughout this entire summer, watching you guys, micronations grow and change, and I've been keeping up with the little dramas and things here and there. But the main thing that I have been really, first off, the chat is blowing up. I'm gonna have to get to you guys in a second, but thank you guys. We got five viewers. Thank you guys so much. The thing that I'm trying to get to is that I want to re-kickstart micronational records. There we go. I want to kickstart micronational records again. If you're somebody who's been watching the channel for a while, I tried to do something called micronational records a while back, which is essentially the idea that you guys could let me know records on essentially anything, whether it be biggest fish, whether it be biggest ball of yarn, whether, I don't know why all these are biggest, longest distance run, biggest collection of whatever, whatever kind of record, this is going to be like the Guinness Book of World Records type thing for micronations. If you guys have some sort of record, and it's going to be held to our standard, the Empire of Aeternia standard. So you can do your own records and set that, but we're going to try and have some proof and some formal way of going about finding which micronations hold which records. And what we can do is we can post where you're from and we can put it on the map and we can show which micronation has which record. If you're not a micronation, don't worry, you can still participate, because if a lone person has a record that micronations can't beat, that's a pretty big deal. So I definitely want to get you guys to be able to participate. And if we have somebody who consistently has records, or something that has been a really tough record to beat and then somebody finally beats it, if we have some long contested awards, I want to go over and review those micronations. So if there's something, some sort of record that we haven't been able to break for a while, and then somebody new tops it, or there's some big exciting event in our records, a record that nobody's ever set before, I want to actually give that award as being a review of that micronation. I will make a personal video that is dedicated to describing that micronation and explaining its founding and explaining who its founders are and where it is and what's going on with it and where it's headed. And if you want, maybe even talking about things that you might be able to do in the future for growing your micronation, because that's what excites me, and I think that's what excites you guys, is trying to get that progress going. So that's where I'm at right now. I want to give updates. I want to be more frequent on YouTube, and the way that I want to do that is by going through and saying, I'm going to develop these constant little staples in the channel, like the, oh, we lost a subscriber, or not a subscriber, a viewer. We lost all our subscribers. We lost a viewer, but let's try and get it back up to 6. Let's try and get that like ratio up there too. We got 5 viewers, we got 3 likes. You guys got to bring that up. But we're going to try and keep those regular staples on the channel, in trying to tell what our treasury is, video to video. Hey, thank you. We got another like. We're getting close. We're going to try and, hey, 5 likes, 5 to 5. We hit that ratio. Thank you, guys. But we are going to try to give those staples, treasury, updates on what's going on daily. Try to 6 likes, 5 viewers. Crazy, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it. 100 something percent. I like it. The other things that I want to do is things like those records that'll be branching off, that'll give you guys more of the spotlight on the channel, and that'll allow me to delve deeper into things that are outside of Aeternia, and maybe being able to interact with more micronations than I have previously on the channel. We've done stuff with Parkistopia, but as of right now, I know their leader's going off and doing stuff in his life. I think he's actually in college now, or about to be. So that's exciting stuff. But I want you to focus on you guys, as well as doing our updates. I want to see what you guys are up to. So as of right now, my nation is current. Disapproval Squidward says, my nation has been on the downturn. I've gotten out of the swing and had to focus on this account. No, I definitely understand that, Disapproval Squidward. Or would you prefer me call you Duchy of New Luxembourg, or Pinlerin? The difficulty is life gets in the way. Things are tough and it's hard to find time sometimes, but I don't think that means it's over. I don't think that means give up. You can say something's on a downturn, and that's fair to say, but just like me, I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to get into it, because if you even have gone down a little bit, that's all right. You can climb back to where you were, and you can progress higher with just being consistent. So I'm trying to live up to that motto now, and hopefully I'll be able to. Lowe's Boy says, are you in the MicroWiki Discord? I am not in the MicroWiki Discord. I know there is one. I've heard some talk about it on the Discord, the Empire of Aeternia Discord, but I don't think I'm a part of that one. Disproof Squidward, glad you aren't on the Discord Micronational Politics. I don't know what that one is. Is it kind of a trash one? I know there are some that are trash, just in the sense that they have a lot of the Yamos, the micronation organizations. Excuse me, that was probably loud. I was opening a soda. I know they have a lot of like the Yamo things, the things where people are just essentially creating these organizations and then not really going anywhere with them, and then creating organizations inside the organization where it just becomes a lot of bureaucracy for no real reason. You're creating just to create and not necessarily with a purpose. So I don't know if those are some servers I'd want to join, but if they're solid servers, hit me up. Dadbod Steve says, we have a Discord. Yes, we do have a Discord, Dadbod Steve. I will show you. I love your name, by the way. I will send a link right now, so you guys will have to forgive me. I'm going to be away from the chat for a second. So I can send Dadbod Steve here a link to our Discord, or if somebody else can. I don't know if anybody else can, but it would be much appreciated. Let me see how I can go through and do this. Invite people. There we go. Copy the link. There we go. And Dadbod Steve, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the comments for you. Command V. Pasting the link to our Discord. There we go. Nice. So Dadbod Steve said, the Empire of Valeria says, yes, we have a Discord. Low Boys says, I'm not in the Discord, Micronations. I hate them. I'm just in the MicroWiki Discord because it's easy. That's fair. I guess it's a good way to keep up with news without really having to interact a lot. Hey, Low Boy's joined. Hey, what's going on, Low Boy? Thanks for joining the Discord. Dadbod Steve says, can I get myself a link for that boy? You sure can. Disapproval Squidward says, makes sense. I need to get my nation back into that IRL stuff. Thank you. Me too. That's been a difficult thing for me. Is I want to be in the online presence, but I know a lot of micronations are fantastic, and fantastic in the sense of being more about fantasy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch my other video on that. But a lot of micronations are fantastic, and it's cool and it's exciting, and it's essentially that creation just to create. But I would really love to, by example, be able to slowly take baby steps toward more and more IRL, more real life, more realistic micronational creation. So I'm hoping to move toward that with the little things that I've set up right now. And I'm hoping that I can punch into some bigger things and explain the goals of where I want to go and mile markers and stuff for not only this channel, but for the future of my micronation. One of the big ones, which we are getting close to, is hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, first off, I didn't know this, but YouTube changed their policy to where you can't mobile stream unless you have 1,000 subscribers, which sucks, but we're going to get there soon enough. We are almost at 500, so if we can get to 500, we're halfway to that 1,000, and I'm sure this video will help that. So the next thing is once we get to 1,000, we can start monetizing, which will be great. It won't be a lot, but that's going to help with our little treasury that I'm going to start building up, and that you're going to see is growing and growing and growing and growing. And as you keep up with the channel, as new videos are posted, there's going to be a little bit more in that treasury and a little bit more in that fund and availability for us to do more and to grow and to hopefully get more citizens in and to get more IRL citizens that can do more with the micronation, and to really have us branch out into bigger and crazier activities that we're doing that we can then post on the channel. And it's going to be a big cycle. I think it'll be fun. That being said, you guys are probably going to get a lot of science-y videos as well, because that's going to be what I'm doing with the majority of my days. So probably in a lot of the little update videos, you'll see a quick splash of maybe a picture of something I'm working on, or a picture of something I'm working on in my personal work, or some a shot of math homework, me writing equations on the board or something like that. But that'll be a part of the videos, and if that gets interesting, I may make some videos that are solely on how to build circuits and things like that in more depth. Dadbot C says, Ashley sounds like a pretty good idea. Republic of Hano says, yee. Empire of Valeria says, could you make another scientific video? Yes, I was just talking about that. We are going to be making new scientific videos because that's what I've been working on. I can show you right now. I have, oh, this is probably going to sound terrible. I'm so sorry. All of these circuit boards, all of this stuff behind us, my room is junked with circuit building scientific video ideas, and right now just junk that I'm trying to build and create and work on. So you will be getting a ton of scientific videos if you want, because that's one of the things the Empire of Aeternia is big on, is we want to become a technological superpower in micronational standards. So we're going to be building a lot. We're going to be doing a lot. And I'm so excited for it. Um, Disapproval Squidward, here's mine. It's really specific. I have the most fictional maps out of most micronations, maybe. That's interesting. I guess I'd be interested in that award. Let me see. Let me see. Disapproval Squidward, hit me up with that. Like, send me an email. My email is in the description of my YouTube channel. Hit me up with an email on that, because you never know. That's technically an award, and I'll hit it up. If someone else can beat that, though, I'm interested how people will try and beat that, because beat record toppers are going to go up here, and we're going to take the old one down. So it's going to be back and forth. It's going to get competitive on these. Dad Bod Steve, science is all of the goods. I appreciate it, Dad Bod Steve. You have the loves for me, and I have the loves for science, so it works out. I have the loves for you, though, is what's important. Low Boys, again, use MicroWiki for record. You're right. I need to update my MicroWiki. I really haven't updated my MicroWiki in a while, and it's kind of garbage. So if I knew how to edit it more, I would. But that's going to be one of these videos, one of these update videos you're going to see. Disapproval Squidward's cool. I think so. I think Disapproval Squidward. You could also have #1 self-hype man as one of your records, dude. You can set records all the way through this. It'll be crazy. No nations like to talk to each other over Discord. You're right. A lot of the stuff that I've seen, and it's been really difficult, is people have hit me up over the summer, being like, "Yo, do you want to be allies?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." That's what are we doing exactly? Like, what is the ally-ness about? Because in realistic micronations, you try not to make alliances and things like that that don't have a whole lot of benefit. But it just becomes difficult sometimes when people want you to join different things and want you to become a part of different things that don't necessarily help a lot. Um, Let me see. So it becomes a thing where you have to make the decision: am I going to just ally with and partner with anybody and everybody, and then make my alliances seem less valuable, or do I deny a whole bunch of people and really commit myself to um, realistic alliances, knowing that that'll kind of have a drag on how many I have? So quality over quantity, in my opinion. Low Boys says Yamos. Disapproval Scooter says an ally and stuff like that. You right. Dad Bod Steve says thanks, much appreciated. No problem. I got you. Disapproval Squidward says after a while online, Discord makes it feel too unrealistic. I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't know the age ranges of people that watch my videos entirely, but I know that a lot of the people that I run into in Discord who ask me for alliances and things like that tend to be on the younger side, and it just becomes a bit awkward because I can't fully convey my myself being a realist micronation other than to just say, I don't think that would really work out. And because it's a different mindset, because it's a different thing that we're trying to do, a fantastic micronations versus realist micronations, it just becomes a barrier. And I understand beyond a certain age, below a certain age, there's not much you can do realistically. But I also think that it's important, if you are in one category or the other, to try and stick to that, because they are very different. Dad Bod Steve, Low Boys, you redacted your message. You retracted that message. Dad Bod Steve says, yeah, fair enough. Aeternia needs a computer science program. Changed my mind. I agree with that. I agree that we do. The problem is I'm terrible with programming. In fact, I'm about to get into a C programming class this semester. And I'm excited about it, but I am famously not great at programming. So change my mind on that. We need to have a programmer here. You need to be our computer scientist. You need to be our programmer here. And we'll give you free room and board in the suites of Aeternia. which will probably be like a little corner in this room because I don't know. The Republic of Hano. How to make a nuke? Hypothetical question, of course. Not gonna make a video on that. I'm sure that would get me a visit by the FBI if I'm not already on some list. But um, how to make a nuke? Fissionable material. There's a ton of fissionable material out there. I'm not going to give you ideas, but you can look that up. You have to find a way to speed that up. So fissionable materials release some energy over a certain amount of time. That's why we call them radioactive. They are unstable, and so they're trying to split apart into lower energy states. And when they do this, sometimes even ripping apart into, well, most of the time ripping apart into more stable atomic structures. And when that happens, they release some sort of energy in microwave radiation, some higher level alpha radiation, beta radiation. And when they release this, it can be damaging and harmful to biology. But if you take a lot of this fissionable material, a lot of this radioactive material, and you hit it with a lot of energy and a lot of pressure, it will speed up that reaction process. And so you can continue to have that reaction speed up quicker and quicker until eventually you get an avalanche effect. If you hit it with, say, a beam of neutrons, you can make that happen even quicker, which then causes what they call a chain reaction, where some of this fissionable material releases itself so quick that the energy that comes from it hits all the other fissionable material, and all those start doing it until you can't stop it, and it's a really negative thing. That's how bombs are made. Let's see. Dadbod Steve, cryptocurrency is a pretty good way to build an economy. Also, don't make nuclear bombs. Don't do that. First off, you'll more than likely kill yourself 1,000 times over before you'd ever hurt anybody else. And second, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. There's no benefit or use for it. If you could build just like a regular electric power plant for yourself, if you can become like off grid, if you can use, there's like solar walls, power walls, I think is what Tesla calls them. If you can build those out of like lithium batteries and stuff like that, that's a ton of power right there, and it's all your power, and you can make a ton of money off of that. So I wouldn't head nuclear, I'd head electric. That's where the future's going. But in my opinion, again, cryptocurrency is a pretty good way to build an economy. It is, but you have to find what. Also, I'm going to eat, guys. Excuse me. Thank you. 6 people, 6 likes. Hey, we're on it. We're at that 100%. The only problem with oh shit. Okay, it's going higher than I can. The chat is going quicker than I can read. Cryptocurrency is a pretty good way to build an economy. It definitely is, but again, you really want to make sure 7 likes, 6 subscribe, 6 viewers. We're getting into that over 100%. Hey, we're killing it. Cryptocurrency is a pretty good way to build an economy. It is a great way to build an economy. The biggest problem with it, in my opinion, is I want to find an economy that has goods and services to trade. Now, you can argue cryptocurrencies are goods and services because it provides encryption and a way to transfer money anonymously. That can also lead to some sketchy people using it, and for some things you might not want them to. But if you know a lot about cryptocurrencies, go ahead. I'm not the tech expert in that field, so I couldn't tell you. I'm more the hands-on guy, but keep me updated. Let me know about it. Maybe you can have the largest cryptocurrency of a micronation, and that'll be a record. Hit it up. If you have a cryptocurrency right now as a micronation, hit it up. That'll be a record, and we'll start putting it on, and we'll find metrics for how yours is better than other people's. We'll get it. Empire of Valeria, no need, friend. I didn't understand that. I guess to the Empire of Valeria, were you talking about the cryptocurrency economy? I'm confused, or the nuclear bombs. I'm confused. Lowe's boy says, I have an animal micronation, exempt bugs. Exempt bugs. So you have an animal micronation that you don't want bugs in. And I understand that because they'll get like fleas, or I guess if they're lizards, they'll get just like parasites and stuff. I definitely understand, but still, don't exclude all bugs because, hey, some are what animals eat, and some help, and some kill the bad bugs. So, like some bugs, appreciate our ecosystems, save the planet. Dadbod Steve says, if you're going to a dorm, electricity is paid for, so an altcoin could be extremely profitable. Just saying. That's true, but at the same time, having that designed to just run and potentially having to run servers and stuff like that, definitely possible. Seems like it would be difficult. I'm not trying to do product placement, sorry. Let's see here. Okay, there's a lot of interesting questions coming up. The real JL Films, do you think micronations should have a plywood structure like a town? Ooh, that is a good question. So, do you think micronations should have a plywood structure like a town? I would say they can. If you have the people for something and you have a reason to do it, do it. That's what I say. If you have a permanent population of more than one or two people, if you have 3, 4, 5 people who are consistently in real life working with you and building your micronation and stuff, especially that's one of the benefits of being younger and being high school age or below, is that you and your friends can just have the time. Once you get into later high school, into college, things like that, you have to work, you have to make sure that everything in your life is set up to keep you going and to keep you excelling in the direction you want to. So before that, yes, if you are having the ability, whether you're young, old, whatever, to go out into the forest or into wherever there's land, into a field, and start constructing something and starting to have your friends bring stuff to it and make economies where you trade back and forth, and where you build and grow and make things that you can give to each other and trade with each other to make it bigger and better. That's exactly what a micronation is, and that's exactly what an economy is. And it's not very big, and it may not be able to branch out into the outside world very quick, but you have your own thing. You have your own settlement. You have your own start. So if your foundation is built on plywood, that's just as good as any. Absolutely. Just make sure it's necessary. For micronations, $5, $10, something like that. If that's what you have, if that's your budget, if you're spending that on supplies like plywood and stuff like that, nails, hammers, that's a big investment. So definitely make sure it's something that you want to do and that you feel will be worth putting into, because that same plywood and nails and hammers could be made into a lemonade stand or a farmer's market stand, or made into, depending on how much you have, a little boat or something if you had lacquer and things like that that could catch fish that you could then sell. Trying to make sure that you are sustaining your micronation for as long as possible is important. So economy is definitely important, making sure you can get your money back and build your treasury. But another great way to do that is just making sure that you can keep people around. So if your friends say, we want to do a plywood structure, we want to build this stuff, have at it, have fun, guys. Because that's what's important, is enjoying yourself and making sure you can make this as big and as bad a thing as you can possibly make it. Bad in a good way. Let's see. Empire Valeria, yo, what are y'all reasons for making micronations? And he said it like that. He said, yo, what are y'all's reasons for making micronations? So we're gonna hit that up. My personal reason is because I feel like there needs to be a way for people to express themselves that is different from the mainstream. A lot of the time, people, especially in the United States, don't enjoy politics and the idea of talking about politics, especially younger people of my generation, people earlier than me, by maybe a few, my brothers, sisters, people like that. The problem can be that you have too many ways that people are divisive. There's not a way forward. There's just this arguing and not really getting anywhere. So you can vote and you can do all these things that are supposed to make things better for yourself, for your community, for the people around you. And maybe because you're in the minority in the area that you live, if you're one party and then the other party dominates every year, you may not really have a voice in what you do. If you are trying to run and you can't get, or trying to propose a bill or something and you can't necessarily get the votes that you need, there's a lot of difficulty, a lot of bureaucracy, and a lot of struggle that comes with macronations. And micronations, though they are constricted and though they have a lot of work that needs to be put into them for them to become anything relevant, if you can make something on your own that you truly feel like is better than what you got originally, do it. It's important. If you can make a stand and say, this is who I am, and this is what I believe in, and this is what's important to me, and these are the ideas and the ideals that I'm putting into this in order to give to people and to hopefully make the people who care to join this, their lives a better place, and for them to have potentially more money, more opportunity, and more of the ideals that they agree with in line with their society, that is what's important. And that's my reason for making a micronation, is because I looked around and I said, I appreciate everything that I have, and I'm fortunate, and I love the country, the macronation that I come from, with all my heart. But I'm also interested in pursuing my own individual ideals that I don't think I will see come to fruition in my macronation. It's out of seeing the apathy in macronations, and I don't mean to get too political, but that's why I created mine. A lot of people create them for fun, and I have created mine for fun because I saw everybody else having fun with it. But it also has a purpose, and that's why it's called a realist micronation for me, because it does have this purpose. It has this purpose of me really, really wanting to design something that people are proud of, that I'm proud of, and that ultimately has some small beacon of light that shows other people that you don't have to be dissatisfied and not do anything about it. You have the opportunity to make and to change and to grow whatever it is that you want to. So that's why I made mine. That's why I'm proud of the Empire of Aeternia, and I'm excited for where we're going. But I'm interested in you guys. What's the reason that you created your micronation? Were you hanging out with friends? Were you just bored and wanted to create something? Was it a bet? Parkistopia was created off of a bet, which was really interesting. We have a video that talks about that in one of our meetings. Also, by the way, thank you guys so much. I got to give a small round of applause to you guys, because one of my videos, the international meeting video, has close to 4,000 views, and in all of the times that I've made YouTube channels and all the times that I've been doing stuff. First off, let's get that like ratio 8-8, 100%. Let's go. We got eight people view, and that's the most we've had on the stream so far. There we go, 8-8. Loving it. But yeah, so 9-8. Okay, we're getting into impossible numbers now. This is getting crazy. Because of all of my YouTube channels and everything that I've done so far, I've never had that many views on a video, and I'm so thankful. We're making progress. We're going forward, and I'm excited for us. I think this video and all the upcoming videos we're going to do are going to bring us to that 1,000 pretty quick. I'm taking 4 computer science classes on programming. Ooh, Dadbot Steve, good luck with that, because 4 computer science classes on programming, man, you're killing it. You're blowing me out of the water, man. Cringily Dabs, I feel you on that. Oh man, I couldn't do it. I'm fine with math. It's rough, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with literature. I'm fine with any other courses. Programming, 4 programming courses, that would that chills down my spine. Ooh. Disapproval Squidward. My whole parliament is online, people, and now okay, wait, I read that wrong. I read that with the wrong cadence. My whole parliament is online, people. Okay, I thought he was saying, my whole parliament is online, people. My bad. And now I need to get an IRL parliament members. However, it will be tough to get an online parliament and IRL parliament to collab and work together. Well, that's a great thing. However, if they are truly a part of the same parliament, if they're all the same parliament, then it really shouldn't matter. They should all have to collaborate, And what you could do if you really wanted to, if your IRL members start investing a lot more than your online members, you can elect specific seats and specific titles to them that gives them more power and authority for things in real life. As I feel like that should be sectioned out. But if you want everybody to have equal say, they should. They should all have equal say. And you can just tell them, hey, IRL people, online people, you can debate, you can have differences, but we're all trying to work toward the same common goals. And I think that's where you, as a leader of your micronation, are so important, is to just say, hey, these are the things that we need to be coming together on. These are the things that we're trying to do. So we may disagree on how to do them, but that's what we want. So let's try to move toward that. Datbot Steve, DS, are the physical parliament members going to have more power than online ones? Okay, so he's talking to Disapproval Squidward. Disapproval Squidward said, I plan to have them on the same level, but having IRL Parliament having more power could be beneficial since they don't need to talk together. You're very right. IRL Parliament, I think, should have, in my opinion, more, not necessarily more power overall, not necessarily more power on things that are more online or more based in the Constitution and things like that, that it really can affect everyone equally. But if you're building something IRL, if you're building something in real life that is designed to benefit the people who are around you and who can do things in real life, I say swing that way, because swing toward the people who are going to stick around the longest. I've tried to bring in people from offline. I've tried to bring in people who are going to my university and who are my friends, and it's been difficult. It's been really difficult because sometimes you make big plans and will design things around the people that you have for the moment, and then they'll leave. So I definitely wish you luck and wish you support, but I will say don't change everything for the IRL people. But if you see commitment and if you see things that are showing growth, because online will never grow you as much as real life, as having people around you, as being able to talk to them consistently and reach out to them and give them things and have them give you things, and make concrete plans that affect you all. I think that's a little tighter and knit group, and I could be wrong, but I think that's where most of your growth and your success as a micronation will come from. So if you can cement those IRL people, give them special privilege in dealing with IRL things, I would imagine. We got a lot. Lowe's Boy says, you could call it corrupt, but most of my friends are in parliament. Every year we have elections, though, for all 106 citizens to be able to join parliament. Well, so I guess that's not necessarily corrupt because you're the leader. If it's truly democratic, you'd probably call it cronyism, but that happens all the time. So even in macronations. So you shouldn't worry yourself too much about it. It's about picking the right people for the job. So if you feel like those people, your friends, are the right people for the job and they're going to be loyal and they're going to be consistent, that's what you need. Dadbod Steve says, you could have less physical members, but with more weight. And that is very true. I agree with Dadbod Steve. Lowe's Boy says, most citizens are located in my area. That is great, man. You should. If they're located in your area, you should hit them up. You should try and have in-person meetings. You should plan things that you can all do in your area, especially because those people are in your area. It's great. That means that all of those people who know the area, that know what goes on, and potentially have family members and friends and things who deal in the business and economics of that community, can tell you the best ways to interact with that community and the best ways to potentially make money and the best ways to involve yourself so that you become a staple of that community and become an inseparable part of its history. Now, the Republic of Hanno says, gotta be back 1 second. See you, Hanno. See you in the second. Dadbot says, the way overall they are equal, That way, overall, they are equal. But one internet person can't mess shiz up. And I agree with that. Um, IRL people should be doing IRL things. Internet people should be able to affect things and have their vote heard, but also um, you need to stay focused on moving forward in real life if possible. The Republic of Hanno, look at your DMs. I have something for the award thingy. Ooh, I will hit you up, Hanno. I will hit you up. Lowe's Boy says 65 human citizens, so like a real nation. It is. Um, no, I agree with that. I think that's great. If you have 65 citizens that are in your area that are participating, that are growing it, you have a big nation, and I'm impressed. Definitely keep going with that. Definitely figure out ways to grow your economy, to grow your impact, to grow everything that you can to make it more and more real. Disapproval, Squidward, and consistency by your members. That's a big thing. Is getting your members encouraged enough and excited enough and feel like they have enough benefit from the nation to commit more and more of their time to it, because that's what's going to get you really quick and really strong growth, really effective growth. Disapproval, Squidward. I think it should have just two parliaments, online and one IRL. Online makes laws and bills, and the IRL parliament can edit and change it or accept or deny it from law. You can do that, but it just might cause a backlash where they start fighting with each other. I think trying to get people to agree and come together is the best idea. Hey, no, I promise I am going to check your message, your DM, my DMs. But as of the moment, it's a little difficult. I'm trying to get through the rest of this live chat. Let's see here. Um, um, Dadbod C says that seems like a fair system, but how do the two make sure the other doesn't get too much power? That is a good question, Dadbod Steve. Just Purple Squidward coming back with the I guess for now. I'll decide on if it's fair or not. I am Grand Duke. Good point. If you have final say, you should definitely use it, especially when there's some weird contested stuff like that. Try and get people to work together. Try and get them to do what they need to do. But if you have to impose something that says, "Hey, we're at a stalemate here," that's how you should use your power. Dadbod Steve says, "I'd say I'm working on mine partially for the meme, partially for the feeling of creation, and partially because I'm fed up with how corrupt the system is." Dadbod Steve hitting us up with the truth. Um, that's cool, man. That's cool. You should definitely do it because you're passionate about it, because it's a fun, creative project, and because you feel like you're making a statement. You should. You really should. If you can reach somebody with that, just even if they don't join your nation, even if it just makes them think about something a little more, about a policy or about an issue, you obviously want your nation to grow. You want it to be joined with as a political statement on its own, as a part of your identity as a person. It's a beautiful thing. I mean that sincerely. I haven't found a lot that does what micronationalism does, to getting people to talk about issues, getting people to talk about grand ideas for creation and their area and their community and for the world. And it's a really wonderful thing because we all have different micronations. And there are some people who are, of course, going to argue and bicker and start these little fake wars and everything. But in the end, you have this community of people who want to work together and want to make something that's sincere. And they all have their different ways of doing it. So I am so happy about that. And I love being a part of this community for that. So good on you, Dad Bod Steve. Good on you, everyone who has a micronation, and all of you who are part of the Empire of Aeternia, because we're making history. The real JL Film says, "Yeah, I have plans to build structures in my micronation, and I even have plans to produce." And I Evan, that man said he Evan, the name Evan, and I Evan have plans to produce my own energy from the micronation. The catch is my micronation doesn't have the supplies and material yet. That's interesting. I hope you get those really quickly. 7 viewers, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. If you don't have those materials yet, that's all right. And if you have a limited budget for getting those materials, I wouldn't start just building whatever comes to mind. I'd try and really plan it out and focus to see what's going to get you your money back, what's going to get you that return on investment. Because if you spend your money on just putting something up, you've put something up, and that's cool. But if you spend your money on designing something that's going to get it back, then you have more money ultimately that you've been able to invest, that you got something out of, and that you can invest more in and continue to do that until you can build whatever structure you want and being able to get more and more people and do more and more things. And that's how growth goes. That's how we're trying to get our growth to go. Republicano, we have too slow. We have too slow down, or Aeternia needs to speed up because this is getting out of hand. Agreed. I am going really slow, but I think I'm starting to catch up. Brett Wells, A Dog, Dad Bod, and Steve. Let's take a break till he catches up. Thank you guys. Republicano agreed. Low boys, most of Wegmat is forest floor plane, so we just use the logs we find in the ground. That works. Definitely make sure that you got that architecture that's native to where you're from. And again, if it's free material you can use, that's great. If it's something that you pay for, that's good. Just make sure whatever you're doing, it's for your ultimate plan. It goes into the things that you need and that you want. The Napoleon Gamer says, "Hey, I just joined. What's going on, Napoleon Gamer? If you are a part of micronationalism, I say welcome back. If you checked out the channel before, if you're new, hello all newcomers, including the Napoleon Gamer. I am glad to see you, and I can't wait for you to learn more about our channel and hopefully become a citizen." Disapproval Squidward says, "One day my friends and I were hanging out after lunch, and our teacher left. She was pregnant." That's how you put it. You put it in the low quotes. And we all decided to make a country long before I knew what a micronation was. That's cool. I definitely think that's an exciting way to do that, to just all get together and be like, you know what? We should create one. Do you think, Disapproval Squidward, do you think somebody else in your class or that you were talking to knew about the micronation, knew about micronationalism, or was it something that was your idea? Tell us more about the story. Napoleon Gamer says, "I have to go to bed in 2 hours." I'm sorry, Napoleon Gamer. I'm sorry if we missed you, but if not, I am glad you are here. Um, Brett Wells says, "I made a micronation for no reason." And that's a good enough reason. If you want to make one, that's a good enough reason for it to exist, in my book. Dadbot Steve says, "What are Eternia's plans for the Area 51 raid?" For the Area 51 raid, I have no idea. I support people who are memeing on it, but I don't know if Aeternia is going to lend its support in the Area 51 raid. The U.S. gives us a lot, and I don't know that I want to throw hands with the biggest military in the world, but I definitely support all you memesters out there who are gonna fly your flag. Yeah, if any micronations were able to show up to that though, just to go stand outside and hang out, I'd be super impressed. Molossi, I don't think it's too crazy far from there, so if they were able to like plant their flag, I would be so impressed. I would love it. Lowe's boy says, "I had to go to bed an hour ago." No, don't do it, Lowe's boy. Stay awake. Stay awake forever with us. The Napoleon Gamer, I also have to go to bed in not too long. But the Napoleon Gamer said, "Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, Napoleon Gamer. It's cool. It's cool. And it's also fun. We're probably not going to invade Area 51, but some people are going to. And it's going to be crazy because they're going to be Naruto running into the gates. And the aliens are going to come out and they're going to be like, why are these ninjas running at us? Why are they trying to start this turf war out here?" So I honestly think, Napoleon Gamer, if you've got to go to bed, I understand that, but what are you going to do to prepare for the Area 51 raid? That's the real question, because I know what I'm going to do is wait for Malaysia to plant their flag. They need to plant their flag. We got to get a petition to get them to start because they're close. I'm not going to drive millions of billions of miles to try and get there. Look, I live right here, and I'd have to drive all the way to Canada. So I'm not going to do that, but you guys should. Little boy is pronounced lousy boys. Oh, okay. Okay. Lousy boy. I get you. But you're not a lousy boy to me. You're a Lowe's boy. Lowe's boys are cool. Lowe's boys, they're street, man. They hang out in the gutter. Lowe's boys, some of the dirtiest, craziest boys you'll ever meet. But lousy boys, we don't got no lousy boys here. You a Lowe's boy. You a cool boy, and I respect you, Lowe's boy. So I'm gonna keep calling you Lowe's boy, even if you call yourself a lousy boy. I tell you, don't believe you're negative. You're always positive. You're a Lowe's boy. You're not lousy. I believe in you, Lowe's boy. I believe in you. And aside from that rant, Lowe's boy can't wait to get kicked out of office in 2 years. Can't wait to get kicked out of office in 2 years. Are you gonna get kicked? What? I'm confused by that. Lowe's boy, not. The great Lawreich said, hello. Hello. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here, Lawreich. And I hope you are Lawreich. And I hope you are enjoying the stream. We're hanging out. We're trying to get our plans for Area 51 together, I guess. Disapproval Squidward. Basically, we set up the Terraforma Empire. Our plans were to take over the universe. However, 2 months after the nation was formed, it fell apart after the Emperor/Council member left it. We didn't know what a micronation was anyway. Oh, I'm sorry you guys left. I'm sorry your emperor left. That's crazy. He abdicated his throne, or she did, I guess. So I guess maybe they went on to grander places to attempt to conquer the universe. Maybe they're hanging out with aliens in Area 51, plotting their takeover of the universe. Maybe that's where your emperor went, and if so, he'll come back with those Halo like floating car things. I don't know what they're called in the game, but if you guys are Halo fans, you know what I'm talking about. The little purple like flying things that are in all the Area 51 memes. So he's going to come out on that. He's going to be ready to go. You guys are going to have all you need to take over the universe. But until then, I wish you luck with the Terraforma Empire if you want to continue it. Dadbot Steve says, nah, man, let's make some sugar rockets and go ham. Well, I tell you, if you put sugar on ham and you put it in the oven for at 400, 350, 400, and you do it for like a few hours, you get a nice glazed ham, and that's how you do cooking in Aeternia. That's how you do, I forget what the name of the video I did was, but it was like Aeternian delicacies. That's an Aeternian delicacy right there, and that's also how we do plugs in Aeternia right there. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. Dadbot Steve says, because obviously a military is top priority. Well, are militaries more priority than food, Dadbot Steve? That's what we gotta ask ourselves, man. Are we willing to risk hunger and missing out on a nice glazed ham for weapons? Make hams, not war, Dadbot Steve. Make hams. Glaze them at 350, 45 minutes to preheat. Hour to cook. I don't know why it's 45 minutes to preheat, but some amount to preheat and then to cook. We're learning cooking today, Dadbot. Republic of Hanno, gonna plant my flag at Area 51. Do it, Hanno. Do it. I believe in you. Your flag is very similar to mine. If you get a purple at the top instead of the blue, and then you put this emblem on it, I'll be super psyched about it. Even if you don't, even if you plant your flag at Area 51 and it looks just like that, I'm gonna give you a clap. I'm gonna shout you out, and then I'm gonna put my purple in there and the little symbol, and then I'm gonna just steal it. I'm gonna just trademark it and copyright it, and just completely rip you off, and give you props too. Let's see. So Great Law says, good luck. Great Law, Reich, are you not gonna contribute to this? Are you not gonna help him? You're great. It's in the title, dude. You gotta have to go there. You're gonna have to go there and plant that flag with Hanno. If he's gonna go, you cannot leave him alone. No man left behind, and no man planting the flag by himself because it gets lonely out at Area 51. You think those aliens are gonna be his friends? Dude, they don't even know his name. They don't even know how to say his name. You got to be there to support him. Dadbod Steve says, petition to change. Petition to change Lousy Boy's name to Lowe's Boy. Yes, because it's not. You're not even a Lowe's Boy. You're not like in the ground. You're not in the dirt. You work at Lowe's Boy. You know the Home Depot don't got that good wood. You know Home Depot don't got those rulers and nails and hammers like Lowe's do. You're a Lowe's boy. You support that blue and white. You a Lowe's boy, and that's what's important. Let's see. Lowe's Boy says Bobby for the Communist Party is too strong for now. Bobby for the Communist Party. I'm so confused. Bobby Hill for the Communist Party? Uh, well, he's okay, Dan, if you get King of the Hill references. Um, who's Bobby? I'm thrown. I hope it's Bobby Hill. I hope Bobby Hill's from King of the Hill is running in the Communist Party because Bobby knows how to do it right. The Great Lawreich. What? When I was in grade 10, I made a speech about Liberland. That's cool. That's cool, man. You should hit it up. I guess what grade are you in now? Because Liberland hasn't been out that long, right? Hey, 10 likes, seven viewers, but 10 likes. Ooh, we're getting up there. Thank you guys so much. Republic of Hano, gonna book my plane ticket from Toronto to Las Vegas. Do it. Hit it up from Toronto to Las Vegas. You'll be going from there to there. And what you can do, right? You can book that plane ticket, gamble all your money in Vegas, win all your money, double it, triple it, quadruple it, and then throw money at the aliens at Area 51. Don't even build just a flag. Don't even just plant a flag. Build a whole base out at Area 51. Build an exact replica base right next to Area 51 and confuse the aliens. It'll be great. Disapproval Squidward says, soon the Empire was destroyed, and for 2 months nothing happened. So I created Pinlurin, later renamed Pinlurin. What is the difference? Pennluren. Pennluren. Later renamed. So I'm confused. You said, so I created Pinlurin, later renamed Pinlurin. I guess it was later. Oh, later renamed Duchy of New Luxembourg. Got you. I got you, Squiddy. I got you, boy. Disapproval Scooter says, I also updating the 2-parliament system. I sent it to the online parliament. I haven't seen what has happened. It's going to be tough since they may be losing some power. You're right. Can they vote on this? Can they be like, no, I don't want it? Or are you like, this is what's happening? And then do you think it'll cause you to lose members? I'm interested in how this develops. Republic of Hano. Okay, serious question. How do you think best way to grow a micronation channel? For Discord, probably just inviting people, having people join it, and really trying to see what you can get out there. The more people that join your Discord channel, the more Discord channels you can join and plugging and doing all that. On my Discord, though, I'm not super big on people plugging their Discords, so it's kind of iffy. But mine only has like 50 people in it. It's not a ton. I've seen other ones with a lot, so it just depends on, I guess, what you want. Dadbot Steve says, hashed browns are the superior food because potatoes. And you're right, but you can have your hash browns next to that glazed ham brown because it's got the glaze. It's brown with that glaze, and it's delicious because of those sugar rockets that you made. Unstoppable. Lowe's Boy said, well, hold up. Micronational war is dumb. You right. And then Great Law Reich said, indeed. And y'all are right. Indeed. Micronational war is dumb. It's not only dumb, it's stupid. And to check out more, you can view that video. That video has like, I think, a few thousand views now, or at least 8,000 views. And I'm really thankful for you guys for supporting that. The Great Law Reich says, indeed. Disapproval Squidward says, I think micronational wars can be fun. But Squidward, Squiddy, Squidwardo, you gotta remember, man, they can be fun. But who's gonna glaze that ham? Until you can glaze your ham properly, until you can send us video evidence of your ham being glazed properly, smooth bake over the finish, don't talk about war. Don't talk about war until you can bring your enemies, your ravished enemies, some fresh, delicious ham as a peace offering, an acceptance of their surrender. Lowe's Boy says, Home Depot for life. Lowe's Boy. Man, you can't be betraying your squad like this. How are you gonna run a nation if you can't even support your company? You got this group, they're going out there every day, they're at their registers, they're scanning items, they're in the aisles, they're saying, "Can I help you with anything, sir or madam?" They're out there getting garden plants and putting them in old ladies' cars to support their gardening habit, even though their husbands may be like, "Honey, you have too many gardening equipments and flowers at the moment." And she says, "Yeah, but I saw this one on sale at Lowe's." And you were like, "Home Depot's better." No, support your people. Support Lowe's, Lowe's boy. After all, what is your channel about anyway? It's about Lowe's and Lowe's alone. So don't give up on your people just yet. They're not in a down market yet. They're not destroyed. Amazon's not coming for Lowe's. You believe in Lowe's. Um, Great Law Reichs. Ooh, a lot of stuff. Home Depot for life. Um, Great Law, like, how can you fight excluding using video games? That's a good question. One thing that I am interested in that I want to talk about more at some point is Conan Exiles. I've been playing Conan Exiles with a roommate of mine, and it's been going pretty well. We've been starting to build stuff up in it. We aren't on a big server yet, but I would love to make one eventually and have it to where people can do skirmishes and things like that if they really wanted to and settle things through Conan Exiles because it's such a fun game. You really have to build stuff up. I'll have to show you guys more of that later. But um, Dad Bod Steve hitting us up with the, I would say after your economy and land are set, a military might be advantageous, but at a small scale, it's a no from me. Agreed. If you have a nation that is in its own territorial waters, if your micronations like out here or something where you're not really being bothered by anybody, where you could get attacked by pirates, where you're not protected by a police force and things like that, sure, have a military. But when you have a military and you're smack dab in the middle of one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and you're near civilian populations, there's not really a reason to have that. And it can be more provocative and more threatening than is positive. So, depending on how you see that, it may turn some people off, it may turn some people on, depending on how you want to develop your micronation. Um, let's see. Lowe's Boy says, "Ah, shit, they is blue and white is on my flag." Yes. Great Law White, a Canadian micronationalist nearby to me. Well, I would say so. I'm actually not in Canada. I'm sorry. I did not truth it, but um, maybe somebody else did. Wait, hold on. Because somebody was talking about, it might have been you, but somebody was talking about going from Canada to thing. But that's cool. You guys should hook up. If there was someone else in the comments, you guys should hook up. Dad Bod Steve, no, because we don't like Canadians here. Leave, bruh. Great Law Reich said, why? I like Canadians. Canadians are chill. Canadians make that maple, which can go great on a glaze. A nice glaze ham, some maple. Get that good taste on there. Ooh, this is about to become a new episode of Aeternian Delicacies. You guys have no idea. Let's get this glazed ham. No economies, no culture, glaze in that ham. Let's get these fresh glazed hams. This whole backdrop, about to be glazed ham everywhere. Watch next video. Disapproval Squidward says they can go and vote on it. However, I do believe it's going to affect no matter what. Going into effect no matter what we haven't decided yet. You make those decisions. Make those tough decisions if you need to. Republic of Hano said, I meant YouTube channel. Oh, I don't know yet because I'm not very far, to be honest with you, man. I had a friend who helped me to get to mine. So, and it's not even like a ton. He got me my first like 50 or so subscribers, really pulling from his channel. And then after that, things kind of grew, and I was fortunate to have made some videos and to tag him right. But I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I really don't. Once I get to like 1,000 subscribers, 2,000, 3,000, hit me up then. Like once we're zooming up there, hit me up. Once we pass Malasia in subscribers, I'll hit you up all day with these tips. Right now, I don't have any idea. Dad bod Steve, I was joking, you syrupy bruh. Hey, bruh. Dad bod Steve, you know what's great with syrup? A little bit of ham, a little bit of that, a little bit of ham. Hit it up. Disapproval Squidward says, like him or hate him, he's spitting some straight faz. You right, he is spitting some straight faz. And you know what they say about faz? You get a little cup of faz, you pour it out next to some glazed ham. Mmm, delicious. Dad bod Steve says, "You ain't wrong," and thank you. I appreciate you guys supporting me because we can all come together over some ham. That's what you need for your enemies. That's what you need for your friends. This is a round table, and we can all have ham at it. Comrade 115 says, "What are your opinion on electoral monarchies versus hereditary monarchies?" That is a good question. In Aeternia, we are an emperorship. We are technically considered a sort of a an autocracy right now. I believe is the correct term. I don't want to bring up something that I don't know, but essentially, I'm the only person that runs Aeternia at the moment. So I consider myself relatively a monarch, except we don't really have a council or anything like that. It's mainly just me making all the decisions. That being the case, hereditary monarchies are good because they can ensure that the will of the nation is kept to a degree. However, it can create a lot of corruption and a lot of problems. But it ensures that the nation will never get sold out to people who don't have its interest at heart or be absorbed into a larger nation necessarily, except through marriage. Now, but then it still technically stays part of the family, so you can't necessarily consider losing it. And that's another thing is that you can grow the nation by having its leader marry into it, marry someone from another nation. The downsides of electorals, the upsides of electorals is if you have somebody corrupt, you can get them out, put somebody else in, and you don't have to worry about people getting corrupt and just thinking, well, I'm going to inherit this land, so it doesn't matter, and not supporting the will of the people. On the downside, you do have really good leaders who you want to stay in for a really long time, who end up being voted out or leaving and having, say, a term limit. I think if you were going to do an electoral monarchy, you shouldn't do a term limit system. But I definitely support electoral monarchies based on how much they are supporting the will of the people. So my opinion leans toward electoral, but I definitely see some benefits for a small hereditary monarchy in a micronation. In larger countries, I don't think, in macronations, I don't think it's worked out too well in the modern age. But for a micronation, it definitely could. How about Steve hitting up with, bro, it's all about that minarchy. You right? Because we aren't mono yet. Well, you right. We're not mega yet. We're mini. This is a miniarchy. We're small, but we're proud. This is how we do it. Great Law Reich says hereditary. All right, hereditary is cool. Dad Bod Steve says, and yes, I meant minarchy. Monarchy is trash. I don't know the differences, but if that's a real thing, I have no idea. I was just joking on the word mini, but I don't know what a minarchy. I don't know. Dad Bod Steve says, and yes, I meant minarchy. Monarchy is trash. Disapproval Squidward. Monarchies are cool. Disapproval Squidward. It's outdated. Disapproval Squidward. However. And then it doesn't continue, which I think is interesting. Oh, however, is the end of it. I thought you were about to go in disapproval. DS. I'm going to call you DS because that's, I think it was Dad Bod Steve. He had a good thing in calling you DS. Great Law Reich says Christian monarchy. FTW. You know what's even crazier than Christian monarchies? The Christian monarchies, they'll kill people. They'll go on crusades, all that crazy stuff. You know what's crazier? ChristianMingle.com. Hit up ChristianMingle.com if you have any of you and your fellow Christians wanting to get together, date, have relationships all under the eyes of God. You know, ChristianMingle.com. It's where it's at. It may create you a Christian monarchy. You may have some crusade babies. Let's see where it goes. Great Law Reich says Christian monarchy. Republic of Hanno. I am Canadian. Hey, there you go, Canadians. Link up. Do micronational stuff together. Make syrup. Make glazed ham. That's what we need. Union of Mountain States says UNGA, ideas to keep consistency with content creation. Constant, consist content equals growth. I'm so confused by that message. Can you clarify, especially on what UNGA is? I don't, I don't understand. Lowe's Boy says, I can't grammar correctly. Rest in peace. Don't just rest in peace, Lowe's Boy. Support Lowe's. Take you a nap on some 2x4s. Get nice in your PVC pipes. Set it up. Dad Bod Steve hitting it up with grammar is an arbitrary system put in place by the wealthiest elitists. Language is at its best when it isn't limited. That's true, but let me ask you this, Dad Bod. Let me ask you this. How do we know what we're saying if our grammar isn't correct, huh? I may be an elitist snob, but I'll tell you one thing. I know how to say words good. And that's what's important. I know how to say words good. Dad Bod Steve, grammar ain't gonna be in the Sabinian education system. I'd recommend it is. Disapproval Squidward. Also, Xavier, since I think you're watching, yes, that Discord is mine. That's cool. Well, Xavier. I don't know who Xavier is, but Xavier. You should join my Discord and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't, because that's cool. Comrade115 said, like that. He said, Comrade115, how you doing? I hope you're having a good night. Who you winking to, man? Who you wink? I see your little wink here on my screen, and what I'm wondering is, this wink getting a little too much in here. We're gonna start having to monitor these comments. We're getting winks. Oh no, this is becoming too scandalous. The Empire of Valeria says yeet, and I respond with a double yeet. Dadbod Steve says minarchy is a system where the government does almost nothing besides protecting the citizens. That sounds bad. I guess, well, in my opinion, that sounds bad, but I guess that's political. Union of Mountain States, message redacted. When you were going to clarify Union of Mountain States, I was interested, but then it got redacted. So I'm interested in you hitting us up with what all that was in your last message, because I didn't know what the UNGA thing was. And also, your last message got redacted. The Republic of Hanno, yo, Lar, where in Canada you from? That's a good question. Law should answer what part of Canada he's from, because then y'all can hook up. Y'all can do the Canadian thing together. Y'all can be all right up in here, happy as can be, happy as clams being ham roasted with some glaze. Y'all got this. Great Law Reich said nearby. Okay, so he knows where you live, and you better run, because he knows the GPS coordinates to your house, and he's telling you he's nearby. So you better look out for that flag running straight down the street. This says LOL winky face tongue emoji. Dad Bod Steve, after a certain point, the rules are just there to be there. All you need to know is basic sentence structure. I guess, though, it's weird, like, where that line falls. Who decides that? Do you decide that? Because then other people may say, well, no, there are different things that require different nuances. So it depends. Great Law Reich. Missuaga. Well, hey, I miss you all, guys, too. I tried to make a joke with the word, but Missuaga is a crazy name for a town. It's like Mississippi, just really long. Republic of Hanno. I am 2 hours away from Toronto. Maybe y'all can meet up. That's cool, guys. Lowe's Boy, the micronational community is kind of small. I think I know which Xavier you're talking about. Does everyone know Xavier? Xavier's famous. You guys are famous. Y'all all know Xavier. Xavier, you're stealing the spotlight out here, man. You're always coming in, taking over this chat. Xavier's become a favorite. Xavier, we're gonna have a picture of Xavier just glued up here because everyone knows Xavier. Everyone's got Xavier. Xavier's the new god of micronationalism. Um, Comrade 115. I was linking to DS because I happened to be the Xavier he was speaking about. Comrade 115 is Xavier. You know what this means? Theory confirmed. Xavier is the god of micronationalism, and his secret name is Comrade 115. In case anybody asks, it's Comrade 115. We got him, guys. We got him. Great Law Reich. Where are you located? The Republic of Hano. Small town. Have you heard of Durham? Great Law Reich. No. Dadbot Steve. There are like 10 Durhams, bruh. So is everyone Canadian? Everyone's Canadian and everyone knows Xavier. This is welcome to the channel that's Canadian Xaviers. CanadianXavier.com. Christian Mingle, CanadianXavier.com. The Great Law Reich. No, Dadbot Steve. Lowe's Boy. Xavier, first of Sabir, Republic of Hano, LOL, the Republic of Hano. Do you know Owen Sound? Republic of Hano, and his pronunciation of Mississauga. Mississauga. I don't know, dude. How do you pronounce it? I'm gonna do Google Translate voice thing on this because I don't know. We're about to figure this out. I hope it doesn't like fuck up the live stream. Excuse my voice. Excuse my cursing. But we're about to pronunciation. Okay, we're about to figure this out. Let's see if we can watch a live YouTube video while we do it.
Mississauga.
I hope you guys could hear that. Let's say it one more time.
Mississauga.
Mississauga. Okay, I didn't know that, but that's cool. Mississauga. I learned how to say it. I learned how to say it from Emma Says on YouTube, which she says things kind of creepy, but I guess she needs them to be real precise. Mississauga. So, Dadbot Steve, bro, Xavier actually is just a glazed ham. Joke's on you. Then we're about to get a picture of Xavier the glazed ham and stick him up here and say he's the god of micronationalism, because that's what it's devolved into at this point. I'm all the way. I'm in it. Dadbot Steve. Oh, Lowe's Boy says, no, Zed of New Eiffel is the god of micronationalism. Well, has everyone heard of him? Because everyone's heard of Xavier, so Zed needs some catching up to do. Xavier right now seems to be #1 most popular micronationalist. He's won a record without even trying because he's the god of micronationalism. All right. Lowe's Boy says, knows that Disapproval Squidward sounds like an actual account. Dadbot Steve, we heard that Missy Sausage message. And it's not only Missy Sausage, it's a spicy sausage. Because, hey, what's going on? There's somebody else in the chat. It's 7. Oh, now it dropped back to 6. Someone came in and then dipped out quick. All right. Dadbot Steve, I've never heard of him. Do we really need to get into a theistic debate of micronationalists? Exactly. Dadbot Steve out here hasn't heard of him. Dadbot Steve is the prophet of Xavier, and we got to listen to him. We got to support him. He's the holy man. He knows what's going on. And all I'm saying is that everyone has heard of Xavier. Everyone knows who Comrade 115 is, Xavier. So what's this Zed guy doing? What's the Zed guy doing walking around here? I don't know Zed. You don't know Zed. We don't. It's Xavier out here. We're putting that glazed ham right up here. That kind of looks like a glazed ham already. We got it. Right there. We got it. All right. Dadbot Steve says, I've never heard of him. Dadbot Steve, I'm one of Xavier's disciples, bro. Disciples. We got these disciples out here. The Republic of Hano. If you live in Alabama, is your cousin also your firstborn son and therefore your heir? That's a good question. Do people who live in Alabama have your cousin, your firstborn son, and therefore your heir. I gotta think about this for a second, because your cousin is your uncle or aunt's kids. So your parents, brother and sister, their kids, or your cousins. So, or any similar marriage situation into your family like that. So that means that you okay, so you have sex with your brother or sister. Okay, I get the joke. Okay. I guess so. Yeah, but then you could also have your heir be a cousin just by there being you not having any kids. And the uncle and aunt, the parents, your parents, brothers and sisters being dead. So they could technically be your heir without being your firstborn son, but solid joke. We're working this out. We got it. Um, Clip that sending it to Zed. No, we're gonna start a war. Okay, we're gonna start a war of gods out here. If you're sending this to Zed Xavier, you better have this channel's back because man, Zed's coming. Zed's coming. You better Xavier, save us all. Zed's coming. Low boy said, "Oh, Dad bod Steve. The Church of the Glazed Ham must be endorsed by the Aeternian government. I'll write a Haminian Bible. Hit it up. We got to learn about these glazed hams. In fact, that's what I'll do. If you make that and you post it, I'll do first micronation to make a largest micronational ham-based religion. Largest micronational ham-based religion will be your award or your micronational record. So Dadbod Steve said, we must choose the right side in these micronational crusades. You right. And then Great Law Reich said something in a different language that I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to say it. Lowe's boy said corn. See, corn's good, but corn's good as a side. You can take it off the cob, little just side of corn with some ham. Glaze, nice finish. Dadbod says, Republic of Hanno says, I have a Crusade helmet. Use it because Zed's coming, man. Dadbod Steve says, mine actually already has a religion, but is it ham-based, Dadbod? Is it ham-based? Because that's what we need out here. Camarade 115 or Xavier said, I fully endorse the Haminian Bible. And guess what? That makes it real, guys. That makes it real. It was endorsed, and maybe it will even be written by the ham himself, Xavier. Xavier, if you write this thing, man, you're going to have the largest micronational ham-based religion, and you're going to be the largest, the most well-known prophet of a ham-based micronational religion. You will have won 2 awards just by being here, Xavier. Hit him up, and we will get you on that board, Xavier. We will recognize, and Zed won't be on the board. Zed don't know what's going on, but Xavier, you'll be up here. Lowe's boy says, you've never been to Iowa, have you? Tell you what, Lowe's boy, I'll go to Iowa when I see you in Lowe's. How about that? Dadbod Steve says, Dis Volt was a saying from the Crusades. Deuce Volt was a saying from the Crusades. We're learning history. Guys, we're learning history. We're getting into it. Now I know. Thank you. Republic of Hanno, the official religion is now the ham religion. Hey, wait, hold up. Did you, the Republic of Hanno, is your official religion the ham religion? Because Republic of Hanno, you might be getting up on these micronational records, my guy. You might be climbing up on it. Do you have 2 now? You might have 2 now. We gotta get multiple people on these records. Come on, guys. Start listing off these records. Start getting them, because we're about to have Republic of Hanno have 2, and we got to put him up there twice. And you're gonna see his face twice. Well, not his face, but his flag twice. We're gonna find his face on the internet and put his face up there. No, but that'd be crazy. If you have 2 records, we gotta have people beating them. Dadbod Steve says, my religion is based off of thick thighs, polytheism. Dadbod Steve also says, I'm gonna yeet out of here to start writing. See you, Dadbod Steve. Please write that hand-based religion. Y'all build these up. Y'all compete for them. Who has the largest? Who has the most detail? We will get you on that board in our next video, and you can come back and show people, hey, I'm out on here on this Aeternian board. I have these records. No one else got my spot. I got the top spot. We might even put them right here. We might have a board that specifically lists rankings for different records that we have. So keep up and definitely start posting these records out. That MLG Dorito says, I am the god of micronationalism. Hail Ponderosa Hills and the glorious Premier Leon Montan MPSA. Public Fano said, nope. And the MLG Dorito says, yes. Public Fano says, hail the ham. Dadbod Steve says, get out of here, you prepubescent heretic. Ooh. The ham religion's got some intense words for the religion of Ponderosa Hills. Dope. Dadbod Steve, MLG Dorito says no. Hail Ponderosa Hills. Glory to Wegmat. Ah ha 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 ha. That's kind of an evil laugh for a god. You sure you ain't like a demon, fam? That's a sinister villainy laugh for the hero of the story out here. I don't know. Guys, this was a video about updates and micronationalism. It has turned into a feud. Hey, new subscriber. Thank you so much, MLG Dorito. Appreciate it. We are getting close to that 500. Once we hit that 500, we're on to 1,000. You guys have no idea. We're gonna get there so fast. But thank you, MLG Dorito, for subscribing. I'm continuing to be excited to see how your debate in these micronational religious wars, these crusades, go, and who will remain victor next time on the Empire of Aeternia update videos. Dun, 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 dun. Will we see Ponderosa Hills up here as the religion? Will we see the ham religion? What will it be? And whose disciples truly are the most micronational, the most savage, and the most dedicated? Next time on the Empire of Aeternia update videos. No. I gotta get like a live exit screen that I can just, because I'm not gonna edit a live stream. So I'll eventually get somebody. We'll have a person whose whole job at the end is to sing and put like a thing in front of the video. Republic of Hanoi, let's hope India does not start a crusade against the ham religion. Got him. Shots fired at modern day India. Ooh. Shots fired. Shots fired at India. Ooh. You right though. That MLG Dorito, I think they eat pork. They don't eat beef. You're right. So they'd support us. Support that ham. Lowe's Boy says, Church of the Corn compels you. Oh, so now we're starting corn. Guys, why can't we have corn on the side of ham? We got this figured out. We don't even need, there's room for the two of them on the plate of life. We got this. MLG Dorito says they don't be beat. Lowe's Boy says Church of Corn compels you. Then MLG Dorito says the United Baptist Church sends you to hell. Wait, are you Bobby Hill? Is this secretly a crusade by Bobby Hill? Because you said, hold on. Lowe's Boy says, Hail Nedland. Hail Nedland. Nobody gets the joke. I'm guessing Ned Flanders Simpsons. That's what I'm going to throw in. But MLG Dorito, now we're at the real questions. You said, quote, I'm going to show it because it was hidden. That stay live. This stream is fucking gold. Emoji Dorito, this is compelling me. This is interesting. The United Baptist Church. You got to be Bobby Hill. We figured this out. He tried to start Ponderosa Hills. He's not Ponderosa Hill. He's Bobby Hill. We've got this. Guys, this is Bobby Hill. He's sneaking into our live streams, and he is trying his best to stop us from the Hamian religion. Don't let him shake your faith. Little Glaze, 450. Ooh, next time. Public of Hanno, I'm about to start I am about to TWO start a crusade. Lowe's boy, they is vegan McDonald's in India. That's cool. Lowe's boy, oh, Comrade 115, hamism, supported by India. Hey, that's what we need a sticker. Hamism, supported by India. And then the Indian flag and then a ham. Well, I guess a pig, because it'd be weird if the like chopped up part of the pig that's the ham's like, but guess we can. Lowe's boy, cool. MLG Dorito, I will ally with you if you say. Oh, because now I can't say it. Because you told me to say it. So now I can't read your comment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I won't salute you. I'll give you a strong high five. There you go. There you go, Bobby Hill. I know your tricks, but that's all right. Lowe's boy says, Bobby T. It is you secretly trying to infiltrate my election chances in 2020. Lowe's boy, don't get onto Bobby Hill. He's going to show up at your Lowe's. He's going to ask you for propane specifically. It's a mess out here. Dadbod Steve says, the creation story is done. Moving on to the next verses. Hey, Dadbod Steve, I'm glad you're back. Send it to me in an email. Put it in it's eternianempire@gmail.com. eternianempire@gmail.com. Go to the link, go to the description of my YouTube channel and go in to find my email address. Send me an email, please, with that so I can give you a record, just like Hanno did. I believe Hanno sent me one. We're going to start getting these records, and we're going to start putting them right up here so that in our videos, we're going to have those. And you will be on that list until you get taken out by someone. But I don't think that Hamian religion can fall. It's been around for too long. We got too many people. We know Xavier. We got it. We have Xavier on our side. And he even said India was backing us. So nobody's going to deny Xavier, and nobody's going to deny India. So then, let's see, MLG Dorito, pin, and then he said 38-12. Okay. That one guy, Kels, Winslow Senpai has returned. Kels, what's up, Kels? I have missed you so much. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. And I will be back soon. We're about to end the live stream, but if you missed part of it, go back and watch the rest. It'll be all good. And I will catch up with you later. I've been just talking to everybody about how much we are going to be doing and how much we're going to be updating. But I'm going to have to go to bed soon because I have an 8 a.m. class tomorrow. So, Public of Hanno, I have a quote, nice ham, 420. Respect. Low boys, message redacted. Lowe's, don't redact those messages. Work for Lowe's. Get that good soul into those messages. Dadbod Steve, do so when I finish commandments. Please do. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really want to see how it turns out. That emoji Dorito. Mr. Aeternia, what do you think of Arcovia? So, oh, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, my name is Emperor AP. I am the Emperor of Aeternia, the Empire of Aeternia. What do I think of Arcovia? I don't think I know Arcovia. I might have heard of it, but I'm not sure. You'll have to keep me updated and let me know what it is. If you're in our Discord, talk to me on Discord. Tell me what Arcovia is, because if I do know it, I'm not able to recall it right now, and I'm sorry. Lowe's boy, yes. Great Law right. Arcovia is a joke. Lowe's boy, some goo fucking debate finally. Interesting. Dadbod Steve, glad to see you back. See you, AP. See you, Dadbod Steve. I will miss you. That emoji burrito, I'm imagine. He said imagine. LMAO. And then he said good. Lowe's boy said good. Some good debate finally. I get you. I thought you wanted some sticky debate, some goo, some sauce. 11 likes. Thank you guys so much. That one guy Kel says, if you became president, would you make micronations legally recognized as state if you could? Nah, because if I was president, I would probably not be concerned with the affairs of micronations, and I'd want to keep my country as solid as possible, and I'd create difficulties in that. But don't worry, I don't think I'm planning on being president anytime soon. Um, I'm happy as emperor. So, as a micronational leader, I absolutely want that. But I think the president, by nature of their job, wants the opposite. So, Republic of Hanno. All right. Well, goodbye. See you, Hanno. Make sure to send me anything that you want as far as records. That goes for anybody. Um, the My email address is in the description of my YouTube channel. Please go and send me anything you want to be your official record for the Empire of Eternia's records. We're going to post them up here. If somebody beats your record, or if you can beat somebody else's record, we're going to put it. You just got to show proof of it, and we're going to get a record system going. It's going to be great. We're going to shout out people. We're going to do reviews of their micronations if they win. It'll be great. Um, so the Great Law Reich says, MLG Dorito says, yeah, how do I get into the Discord? I posted a link to the Discord on here. You'll have to accept that link. Um, that Great Law Reich says, bye, I'm leaving now. See you, Great Law Reich. MLG Dorito says, I don't know why everybody hates Arcovia. Dom isn't like a dictator of Arcovia, has a member of their legislature. I sent you a DM, kind of joking. Not gonna lie, but still. About the Hamian thing as a part of our Discord. Maybe if you can talk to enough people about it, I think I'd be interested. It'd be funny. But yeah. One guy, Kells, in your micronation, how do you punish people for breaking laws? That's a good question, Kells. We don't have many citizens in real life right now, so we don't have punishments. We don't have laws for much of anything. The law is kind of my say goes, and if you disobey it, you can be at worst kicked out of the micronation. So as of right now, that's not really a problem because I don't tend to disobey myself. So. Dadbod Steve, there's your link, bruh. Thank you, Dadbod. Appreciate it. MLG Dorito. Can't find. I got you. MLG Dorito says can't find the Discord link. Public Pano, know the records. Dadbod Steve, never mind, it won't send. Dadbod Steve sent it. Dadbod Steve said delete the space, but there you go. There you go, guys. I hope everybody has had fun. I've definitely had fun, and this will not be the last time you guys will see me soon. So for that, I'm going to head out because I do have class in the morning. But I love you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. And I will keep you updated very soon with the Empire of Aeternia. Thank you, all newcomers. Welcome back, fellow Aeternians. Thank you to all you newcomers. I hope you have a good night. This is Emperor AP, logging out. See you. Bye, guys.